Good morning, everybody. Snakezilla here, again, with a fairly early morning stab at becoming number one snake. Hopefully this will wake me up with coffee. What I was going to say, as an early morning riff, Americans, what is the deal with your presidential candidate's age? What's Biden, 82? Trump, late 70s, is he? 79, 78, 79 or something? This is madness. I'm sorry. Have you taken leave of your senses, America? Really? This is all you could find. You could only find two men who are, let's face it, normally would have long been retired. In fact, I don't know about Biden, but even Trump, at his age, you might find him in working in somewhere like, I don't know what the equivalent is in America, a hardware store, Lowe's or something. I mean, but Biden, if I went into Lowe's and came across Biden stacking shelves, I think, as soon as he opened his mouth, I would think, yeah, I've got to give this guy a break. I'll go and ask someone else. But even Trump, if you saw him still working anywhere, you would just feel sorry for him. It's not normal for politicians to be that age and still, especially being considered for such a high office position. I suppose not least because, as we all know, cognitive decline sets in. It just does. That's not just me saying it. I think that's well understood by science. It's really common sense. What are you doing, America? Is this the best you could come up with? And I think we all know that there are many, many, many extremely bright, extremely capable, and extremely competent Americans that could possibly do the job and not have to have these questions hang over their heads about mental and physical cognitive decline, saying the right things, falling over, forgetting their lines, not to mention being at the end of, say, a 4-year term, and Trump would be 83, Biden would be 86. I mean, I can't remember exactly how old he is, but this is madness. This is utter madness. Come on, America. You did not get to where you are today by having how many presidents have you had? But they weren't all that age. Damn, missed opportunity. So clearly there are reasons for this, which I suppose are very not difficult, but probably not really for a Brit to say what Americans should do with the running of their affairs. But it is not a great look having your candidates be at an age where most men are long retired and enjoying their grandchildren. But I cannot imagine that it's in the best interests of normal, hardworking Americans that you have anyone who is at an age which their decision-making capability is probably not ideal. And arguably, you might say that, well, they have a team of people around them, let's say, doing a lot of the advisory stuff and decision-making. Well, do Americans know that? If I were American, I would have thought it would be the president who is the single most capable person in the room. And I mean, no offense to anyone who is 80, but it's just not going to be that person. Probably. Highly, highly unlikely. And I think with Biden especially, we see he struggles to get his words out. You can see him struggling to process his thoughts before he speaks. It's a really bad look for America, and I think because, like it or not, America are the sort of unofficial protectors of inverted commas Western values. I think it really almost puts us all in danger. But I don't think there's much I can do. There's probably not much anyone can do apart from these two candidates and their parties to come to their senses. And obviously people get, we've said it before, in politics, very wedded to their ideas and their ways of doing things. What can you do? Must do better, America. I do not believe that these two gentlemen are the most capable men in the country. I really don't. And this is party politics aside. You really need to let this party politics bullshit go and act in the best interests of the people. That's how you got to where you are, and it seems to me to be that you are taking it for granted now. But God, I feel like a father who is pulling their child up for bad behaviour, and I suppose, in a sense, that's what this is. But anyway, I think there have been many cases of unsuitable or poor leaders, or leaders that people just don't like over the years. But yeah, I mean, that's the basics. That is the basics, really. Especially, actually, how old was so the New Zealand Prime Minister? What was her name? Jacinta. She was pretty young, I think. Was she in her 30s when she took charge? Trudeau, he was very young. Oh, Macron as well. He was in his 30s. These people in their 30s. So, and I'm not saying whether or not they did a better job, but at least they would have been fully engaged in, simple conversations, whether or not you agree with what they're saying. But I'd say Biden. It seems that Trump is certainly more compos mentis than Biden. Ooh. But hell, Biden, what an embarrassment. What an embarrassment to the United States. And I'm guessing this is because he's either stubborn, or the party he is with are stubborn, or his wife perhaps is stubborn and pulling strings. But it's pretty clear to me that you are not acting in the best interests of the American people. This is an outsider's, I'm just riffing here as someone on the sidelines. I don't have any skin in the game. I'm not a voting American, but it's a bit of a clown show, I have to say. So, yeah, it will be interesting to see who wins the next election, but why run the risk of having age as an additionally unnecessary topic of discussion in the media when ordinary Americans, all they're interested in, I would presume, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, Americans, all you're interested in is your standard of living. Can you feed yourselves and your families? And, are prices reasonable? Are your taxes, I'm saying this as a Brit, but are your taxes reasonable? But you don't want to be hearing about the age of your presidents. Anyway, I'll leave it there.